Halo teman-teman semuanya, apa kabar? Selamat datang di YouTube channel ini. Dan hari ini spesial banget karena kita bakal ngobrol-ngobrol bersama seorang konsultan desain yang udah kelasnya internasional, kelas dunia. Hai teman-teman, selamat datang di YouTube channel Ruby Herman. Sebelum kita nonton, jangan lupa untuk subscribe ya, karena subscribe itu gratis. Yuk kita nonton sama-sama. Please welcome, inilah Alex Bayu. Halo.
Halo.
Apa kabar? Wah, banyak orang yang bingung. Ini Pak Alex sebenarnya dari luar negeri atau dari Indonesia sih?
Actually, I was born in Surabaya.
Surabaya ya?
Yeah. When I was young, I was a painter sih.
Oh.
So I do a lot of painting, and being a kid, grew up in the painting artist field. Teman-teman saya, my friend all are rambut gondrong, tatuan, all that. So after a while, I've been joining quite a number of exhibition.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to school anymore. I want to quit and become an artist. So my dad was a bit worried that I will be sent away to my uncle, which is in New York. Yeah, from there I actually explore a field outside of Indonesia, and you're talking this 1980, 84, right?
Okay.
So that was quite a long time ago. During that time, belum ada the word called interior design itu belum ada.
Belum ada ya,
In
belum dikenal ya.
Indonesia nobody know. We only know architecture. In New York City, building is everywhere. So there's no more empty land to build another building, right?
Yeah.
So it's compact already.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, how do I get a job when I graduate when there's no land to build, right?
Yeah.
So, but I was looking at interior, there's another field that even old building, they always revamp, re-renovate. People renovate home, retail, restaurant, hospital, office, hotel.
Yeah.
All interior work, right?
Yes.
So I decided to suddenly divert into interior design. I got no other job. I cannot be accounting, I cannot be lawyer, I cannot be doctor. I said I only can draw. And during that time, there's no computer. So your drawing is actually skill to enter school. So I decided I go to interior design school, graduated, and start working in industry until today. In '96, actually, I decided I want to leave New York because I do feel that I'll be a dragon tail in the west.
Oh, dragon tail in the west,
but dragon head in the east.
Oh,
so I decided I need to go to Asia.
And
I was looking at the country where I want to go. I can go to Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore. Language was the key issue. I only know how to speak English well. I decided I don't go to Hong Kong because Cantonese. I don't go to Japan because I gotta learn how to speak Japanese one more time. So I thought Singapore would be a city. Our industry, because of the character of the design industry, are more in demand in big city. So we are popular in Paris, New York, London, Milan. Those are the city where Dubai. These are big city. You hardly hear interior in a smaller town. Doing so, we actually decided Singapore would be a base ground I can establish my career in Asia. And also the logistic of Singapore, which is next to Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. Those allow the South Asia region become my palette. So it's become a canvas I can play instead of looking into one, even though Singapore is small, but the system do teach us a lot to grow in Southeast Asia. And so that was my decision. I go to Singapore, I worked there first. I worked with an American firm. After quite a number of years, I established a firm with partnership. Didn't turn out. I generate this firm, the Genius Logic. And from there we started exploring. Once we established Singapore, we start exploring to Southeast Asia, which we expand to China, Shanghai, Chengdu. We came to Indonesia, which is Jakarta and Surabaya, and then we also expand to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. So it worked out based on partnership, me and my partner Benjamin. And then we have an associate partner, Sun House, that manages in China side. We have a senior director, which is Shirley, that helping in Malaysia office. Obviously, I cannot handle everything, so I'm a lot more concentrated in Indonesia right now.
Oh, you're considering Indonesia, focus in Indonesia. Genius Logic.
Yes.
Apa itu artinya?
Well, it's actually a Latin word. Genius means spirit. Logi means place. So it's a spirit of a place. right? It's not something like mystical,
Yeah.
but what it does is a place that we call Genus Loci. It actually when all the element connected, the 5 sense element actually connected. I'll give you an example. You enjoy Venice, maybe Positano.
Yeah.
Those are the city we enjoy when we are there. We say we love city. We take a lot of photographs. But if you pay attention to it, why you like it? It's not a beautiful building. It was actually, there was a history there. It was a stone paving. It was a guy shouting in Italian, and then you got the smell of bakery. You know, you just got that vibe. And when all this vibe connected, and people on the boat, you know, somehow just feel the boat mean romance, something like that. When all this are connected into one, we call that Genus Loci. It's a lot more of emotional beauty, not physical beauty.
Kita bicara soal permata hijau sweets. Nah, pertama kali nih Pak Alex mendapatkan kesempatan dari owner untuk sebagai konsultan. Apa yang Bapak rasakan sih Pak?
I was actually questioning them about the property, the location, why they want us to be here. And obviously they already know who am I and they know my work. You don't use my service to sell a product only. I mean, I want them to be able to carry on from the planning until the execution. It sounds very simple, but if you're aware in this industry, the planning stage is always looks beautiful. It's like a dream. But the reality is always the one that doesn't even look like a planning a lot. So it can't become a disappointment. And this happened a lot in the property industry. If the developer are committing and carrying that is actually a good collaboration for us. So that's how we started.
Dari ini sekarang kan udah jadi nih, udah jadi. Nah, apa yang Pak Alex Bayu lihat? Apakah sesuai dengan apa yang direncanakan?
So when we plan the place, of course I cannot say 100% same. But in the design industry, we have something we call adaptation. Kadang-kadang lapangan ada perubahan, you do have a columns that stick out here and there. Well, budget is always one first thing that usually happen. As long as within reasonable and they don't cut until below the water, then it's actually okay. In the design industry, we have something we call value engineering. Jadi, we can find something we call equivalent as long as the one that we approve is ourselves. Jadi, we don't let them cross the boundary. Yang kita paling takut itu developer just take my material and go source themselves and then say mirip-mirip, because the reason mata mereka sama kita beda. I'll be more sensitive to see, okay, this color and this matching, the material, good enough or not. Now we say feels okay, quite close, we can use it, go ahead. But if not, we will say no. We always worry that we don't have the control. We made the developer took my spec, go shopping himself and came out and we say, how come like that? Well, sama kan, mirip kan? I say, to you mirip, to me it's not mirip, right? Right? It's like a chef, you change Wagyu to the different kind of people say, very hard to eat, right? You don't have that tenderness, that softness. I say, it's still beef. I say, yeah, but it's a different beef. You know? We need that texture, we need that flavor, we need that fat inside, we need that chewiness, crunchiness to create that balance. That is important for me.
Saya sering kan lihat dari portfolio dari Pak Alex kan, bahwa setiap mungkin desain interior pasti kan ada ceritanya, mungkin ada narasinya. Nah, apa yang Bapak dengar dari narasi mungkin dari di Permata Hijau Sweets?
It's actually very structured. It's not something curvy, which is good. The story we have in this place, I see is quite modern. Some are calm place. Not something that very heavy or not very color. It has color but bukan colorful. It's not the green, red, blue kind of place. So we want to bring that silent into the design. You can see that the color combination, right? You do have an accent, but it's not a strong accent. We use quite a number of indirect light juga to make the ambient not so harsh. And what I like is the facility happen to be the same floor, so you are connecting one to another. Developer here even go extend that we go into creating the hot and cold pool plunge, which is a lot of them didn't do that because those are extra costs. But when you enter the spa, you can see suddenly you are actually transformed to the more quieter area where the whole idea, you coming home lah. You come home, you don't want to be, you got enough stress in Jakarta. You got traffic, you got work, you got people can stress you up sometimes.
Yes, yes.
But we come home, you actually want to transform into another portal that you actually in a different world. That is not noisy, not crowded, and home is a place where you like to have that.
Wow, oke. Nah, dalam waktu perjalanan desain ini Pak, mungkin ada tantangan-tantangan yang terjadi Pak. Apa aja yang tantangannya Pak?
Okay, material is one of them. During the changing of material or substitution, unavailability of the material, we have to find a replacement. That's why I say from the dream and reality is always the tough one. Carry on this ke sini, kelihatannya gampang. Makanya kadang-kadang you say the dream is like that, the photo kayak gini, jadinya kayak gini. Right. Now we avoiding this thing happen because in element itu banyak faktor. Dari bangunan, suddenly changing, or even the permit bisa buat you berubah dari planningnya. Nah, those we in the design stage we have something called adaptation to adapt. As long as the concept still there, during adaptation, as long we approve it, usually still okay.
Pak, kalau bicara tentang target market nih Pak,
the customer base are getting younger.
Getting younger ya?
Udah pastilah ya. Apartment buyer are getting younger. Well, millennial is one of the target market, but I see a lot of them are more in the prime of the career, the 30s, the 40s. Those are actually one market also that BAS are having. So we do not want to create classical design. We want a clean, simple form. We do inject a little bit of golden color, but not in the gold leaf type. Not that classic French. We use brass as the color or rose gold to bring the flavor. Target is more young generation, mid-20 all the way until 45. This would mean majority or 50 still okay here.
Pak Alex ingin orang merasakan orang yang tinggal di sini merasakan apa nih?
We want them to feel warm and welcome home. So when they reach home here, the greeting, the space, we don't want to make a cold place. So you need to be able to come like this is home. This is where I belong. This is where I'm anchored to. I mean, human always need a place that can always go back. An old childhood place or old place, but home is one of them that you always want to go back after everyday activity. So home is a secure place. You need to feel secure, you need to feel welcome, you need to feel safe.
Pak Alex, kalau lihat sekarang tren dari desain interior ini lebih ke arahnya kemana sih Pak Alex?
Well, trend is a very dangerous word. People always use that word, right? Personally, I say there is no trend.
There's no trend.
Well, if you enjoy the style, why you need to follow the trend?
Wow, itu kata-kata yang bagus sekali. Sukanya tergantung sukanya apa ya?
I mean, if you like nasi campur, why you bother to eat steak? Because of trendy, but you don't enjoy it, right?
Wow, keren. Jadi sukanya nasi campur.
Well, that's one of my favorite juga sih.
Oke, Pak Alex, what's next nih untuk Pak Alex Bayu? Ini juga karirnya luar biasa, so many achievement kan.
I've been working in this industry is about 30 years already.
30 years.
Right. Throughout my journey, we also one of the contributor to the wastage in the material. I also like to contribute something back. We are trying to redesign a lot of material, a lot of product using a recycled material. So we try to minimize the waste that we've been using all this year to bring it back in and showing people we design a recycle or waste materials actually has more value than the product sometimes. We seen it lah. We cut the marble, we throw away
pasti
the
kan banyak sampah-sampahnya.
All that what happened to them? I mean, we kind of start feel sad. Like for example, you take fried chicken, you take chicken drumstick, all that, and the small one where you make a soto, right? That's why people make jeroan, right?
Still laku, masih laku itu. Iya, laku.
At least you, well, the chicken die also, that's more worth it lah.
Itu pertanyaan terakhir nih Pak. Buat para milenial juga yang suka mungkin desain Pak. Mungkin ada quotes dari favorit dari Pak Alex mungkin.
There's quite a number of quotes that I have, but probably I share with you. Every product has its own story. The question is whether you listen to them or not. Right? I give you example that if this pillow maybe have a tear one day, maybe your doggy bite on it or what. Instead of just throw away, you probably can put an embroidery, and then you can leave a trace, but yet it still looks good in the place, because emotional beauty, I think, is still more value than physical beauty. A garbage for somebody else is a diamond for another person, right? So it can become a beautiful piece if you listen to it.
Mungkin teman-teman ingin belajar atau apa, lihat websitenya Pak Alex Bayu atau Jenis Loci di mana Pak?
Well, actually I don't have a website.
But
we don't have a website actually, because when I built this firm, I was not planning to show to anybody. I always believe that you don't have to sell a product. The product should sell by itself.
Wow.
Right? So that's the reason I didn't even bother to even make a website after so many years. But we do have Instagram. That's because my millennial team are forcing me I have to put something. Otherwise, it was totally 2-0. We are in some publication, online publication. If you type our company name or even my name, I think you should be able to find some trace lah. But we didn't really push it on publication.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much Pak Alex Bayu.
Thank you
wow,
juga. Terima kasih juga.
Teman-teman, luar biasa, inspirasi yang sukses. Saya banyak belajar bahwa ini menjadi rahasia, bahwa ketika kita berkarya, biar karya-karya kita lah yang menjadi marketing, ya kan? Dan luar biasa, pantesan nih Pak Alex Bayu banyak dicari oleh developer-developer ternama. Oke, sampai jumpa di next video. Saya Ruby Herman. Bye-bye.